welcome to Chris Parking Shooting Sports. This is the Savage Revel DLX. Now DLX stands for Deluxe and Revel is the reverse of lever because this is a lever action rifle. So looking at it from front to back, it's got an 18-inch 457mm barrel. It's threaded at the front, 1/2 inch by 28 for a sound moderator, and you've got a hooded front sight on its blade sight. Overall length is 940mm, which is 37 inches. Overall weight is 2.8 kilograms, 6 pounds 4 ounces. Length of pull on the stock is 375mm, 14.85 inches. Trigger is a single stage unit, brakes at 1230 grams, which is 43 ounces. Barrel length is 457mm or 18 inches. The muzzle is threaded 1/2 inch by 28 and the magazine capacity is 12 rounds. Now it's a tubular magazine on the rifle, so to load it you just undo the little latch at the front, that comes out there, and you've got the slot here to just drop your rounds in and they'll just slide down. It takes 12 and the rifle is actually available in 22 LR, which is, as you can see here, 22 WMR and 17 HMR. So you've got a walnut fore end, walnut back end on it, and there's an adjustable rear sight, so that's adjustable for elevation only, and to adjust it you just lift it up and move the wedge that's underneath it backwards or forwards to change the elevation control. On top of the rifle there are 4 screw holes threaded, tapped, so you can put a Picatinny rail on it, and if you wanted to make more precision out of this gun, go for a scope. It's going to make it a lot easier, because the challenge of shooting a rifle like this is using the iron sights, but that challenge is why it's so much fun. So hammers on the top here, it's external like that, but of course that goes backwards and forwards with the lever action. You can manually cock it or decock it, and there is actually also a cross bolt safety on it as well, so that's easy to switch it into safe mode and it locks the trigger. So the barrel is steel, the receiver is aluminium. You can actually separate the 2 halves of the receiver to make it into much shorter pieces to transport. You just take these 2 pins out here, they slot through, and then actually the whole thing comes apart so that the top and the set and the bottom come away. That also makes it a lot easier for cleaning as well. Walnut rear stock, obviously, as you can see, there's a bit of machining on there to just make it a bit more modern looking, bit of styling, and you've got a rubber butt pad on the back. There's not really any recoil, but it's got a nice grippy nature, so it holds into your shoulder position well, and that plastic sort of insert there stops it snagging on the fabric of your shirt. That low cheek piece gives you really good alignment on the scope, and length of pull is 375mm, which is about 14 3/4 inches, which is quite long, but does make the gun comfy to shoot. And of course you've got this open-handed ambidextrous grip, no palm saw on it, and you're straight on that oversized lever action, and you can, you know, cock it and use the rifle very quickly and shoot it faster on steel. So for review purposes, I shot it with a couple of types of ammunition. Again, this was about the rifle, not about the size of groups it's going to shoot, because that's totally dependent on you as the shooter with open sight. Where it mine, I'd go for the Picatinny rail. I'd put a moderator on it because I'd actually quite like to take it out rabbiting because it is so fast handling and easy to use. The barrel at 18 inches gives good muzzle velocity. You don't go too near supersonic speed, and you're not going to get crackers, really, anything like that. So it's quite versatile and it gives you a decent sight radius. The 40 grain ammunition from Remington, which was the plated hollow point, that came out 1,065 feet per second, which is 100 foot-pounds. The higher velocity Ranchand ammunition was running about 1,230 feet per second, I think it was, 132 foot-pounds. A bit more oomph if you want, but because it's more noisy, because the subsonic hollow point ammunition was actually really quiet out this rifle, even without a sound moderator. So it was very enjoyable to shoot. Now, I did shoot some targets with it, but again, I used some big Birchwood Casey targets, easy to aim at, easy to spot your bullet impacts at 30 meters, and it's about the shooter, because the whole joy is the iron sights. And that did make this rifle one of the most fun rifles I have shot this year, because every time I shot it, I wanted to get the 10 bullets, or 12 if I loaded 12, into a group. That was the first port of call. I wanted to get a group. Then after that, I wanted to make sure I was shooting better groups time after time after time after time. And of course you can play at different distances for plinking or paper target shooting. But every single shot with a rifle like this is a challenge that brings you a feeling of satisfaction when you get it right, because you've got to get those sights aligned perfectly every time to get that perfect shot away. I did shoot some steel at longer distances. We had a play about with that, shooting fast fire as well. They were quite big steel targets, the meter squares and some figure 11s as well, but we're getting hits on them and it is a great fun gun to shoot. So if you want a plinking rifle that is not some kind of precision machine but will actually allow you to just enjoy going shooting, it's great at the rifle club indoors as well, because you can pack it down to a smaller rucksack or a nondescript rifle case, and it's very easy to travel with if you've got to be a little bit more subtle and discreet. Retail price, I think at the moment is about £815, but you need to check with your shop for that. But thank you very much to Viking Arms for the loan of this rifle, and also for the Remington ammunition. And yes, it's the kind of rifle I think everybody would like to own, or at least have a go with, because it's just so much fun. And because in 22LR, it is all day shooting for very little money indeed. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed watching that little mini review. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and click the notification bell to keep track of my regular uploads. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.